So welcome to Try or Die Garage. Firstly, a big apology for being pretty slow on producing any content of late. Got no excuse for it other than my heart has not really been in it. But basically this video, what I thought I'd do is I actually packed up the carbs when I took them off the bike, and I was going to send them off for a rebuild and a clean. But the guy who sold the bike told me that they had been cleaned ultrasonically before we put them back on the bike. There was a bit of a leak when I ran them on the bike when I did the first start, but I think that could have just been that O-rings and washers whatnot can dry out when they've been sat for a while. So now that they've been on the shelf with a bit of fuel and carb cleaner in them, I'm hoping that the rubber has sort of swelled up again and they've sealed properly. So what I'll do is I'll take them off the shelf, put them on the bench, and plug the IV in and see if they leak. If they don't, then it means they're ready to go on the bike. So you can see that they're not too tatty. They look very clean considering they've been on a bike for 3 years, but let's just see exactly what's going on with them. Plug them in and have a look basically. Right, let me open the tap. So tap is open. Let me give it a bit of pressure. There we go. Jesus. Right. So it's basically pouring out. It came pouring out the overflows, or the breathers actually. So either, let me just try that again. So that just looked like the float needles were stuck. So when I banged on that, the fuel that was pouring out there stopped pouring out, and the same can be said for that side. So it looks like they're actually because the fuel is still open and it looks like there are no leaks, and I don't have any obvious fuel leaking out. So I think the floats have the floats have come back to life. You can hear they're full of fuel and they seem to be all right. Which is great. So that means that, assuming I put the wiring back on correctly, then they will be, it should just go straight on the bike and they should start. So test successful, I guess. Just trying to think if there is anything else that I wanted to show you. So I spent a fortune at our friends at cms.nl. Who would have thought bits of fucking rubber would cost a fortune? Those are the rubber grommets or dampers that go off of the rear seat unit, and they are paired with, or should be paired with, those four little things. So basically you have one underneath the seat. Let me show you. Why am I fucking around? You know what? Let me move the carbs, because sure as fuck I am going to drop the carbs onto my brand new paintwork and fuck them up. So bear with me a minute. Those there. Get rid of that. So yeah, these cost me the best part of 60 quid, but basically the way they work is you've got a two-piece rubber grommet, and I've actually got one or two of these that are really tatty, and I thought that they were broken, but apparently not. So you've got a two-piece rubber grommet that goes like that, and that goes like that. And that is basically, I may as well put them on, it's basically how you mount the rear seat, the rear tailpiece. I don't want to mount them properly to the bike because, for obvious reasons, I'm still going to be working on it, and the last thing I want to do is fuck up the paintwork in any way. But at least if I put these together, then yeah, there we go. So that's ready for mounting on the bike. The other plastic bits that I got, which as I said cost a small fortune, I got this is for the tank mount. It's a cushion, and that goes somewhere. It goes somewhere, basically, not sure where, but on the tank or under the tank. And then last but not least, this I believe is more. Hang on, I think what happens is these little spacers go in there like that, and then those are mounted. That's how you mount the rear of the tank. So that seems pretty obvious now. I think the whole lot came to 90 odd pounds, and I'm still short some stuff for mounting the rest, the front fairing. I think what I'll do is take the camera off. I've done a little bit. I've mounted the headlight on the bike. I've got the headlight mounted. I polished up the bezel a bit and just cleaned it up. It wasn't in too bad condition. I've got the side panels mocked up. I do love that pearl blue, and it looks absolutely awesome when it's in the sunlight. I should have taken the bike out earlier today because the sun was shining, and it looked really good. It was beautiful. It goes really blue, and because of the comments about the multicolour rainbow fucking exhaust, I've put this back on for now. Not really sure what route I'm going. Ideally I would like something that comes down there, goes up there, and then kicks up at the back, kind of like that. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. So as you can see, I'm starting to ramble a bit. I'm probably boring the fuck out of you now. Anyway, cheers. I'm gonna sign off. I'm sorry if this video has been a waste of time for you. I shall endeavour to make sure that the next video is actually, I'm not going to fucking film myself sorting out the harness. What I'm going to do is the next video is going to be a wire and fire, and it is not going to be next weekend because I have some obligations to my mum. It's going to be the following weekend. So the following weekend, I'm making a commitment to you guys that come hell or high fucking water, I'm going to wire this bike and fire this bike, and if possible drive it at least around the block. So anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, take it easy.